And here, with the rotating camera on this wonderful pedestal surrounded by a red velvet carpet with a checkerboard pattern, we see the last living dinosaur. And the camera stops rotating. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Super Mario 64 DS! Longest title ever. I gotta sound enthusiastic when I say it. Of course, I can't even get that word right. In the last episode, we started our search for Mario. We were led to Bob-omb Battlefield, found no trace of the man except for his hat, which smells like his hair. Dandruff and all. In this episode, we're going to be heading back into Bob-omb Battlefield, and we're actually going to be checking out some stuff in the other version of Mario 64 because our first mission today, 5 silver stars, entirely new to Mario 64 DS. Let's check it out. So, those of you that have played Galaxy know about the 5 silver stars mechanics, where you collect 5 silver stars and then you get a regular star. This was not introduced in Mario 64. Wow, this was not introduced in Super Mario Galaxy. It was actually introduced in Mario 64 DS. Gotta get that right. Getting hit will cause you to drop one of the stars, so obviously you don't want that. Like, you would want to get hit in the first place unless you're doing some kind of challenge. And oh my god, Chain Chomp is loose! This is any kid's nightmare fuel. Pretty sure any kid that played Mario 64 dreamt of that and was like, woke up practically wetting themselves in terror. If you want to get this red coin right here, it's actually a lot easier. It's normally guarded by Chain Chomp, but it's not there here. Of course, grabbing 8 red coins is another way to get a star, but we'll get to that when we get to that. While we're over here to get this silver star, I want to mention something really subtle is that if you pound in these pegs, you actually get coins in this version. It was not like this in the original N64 release, and there I go, I finally pounded again. So, just a little tip there, should you be in the area and you need coins, for whatever reason, that's there for you if you want to do that, and I like how I get hit right after that. So let's... Wow, of course I'm getting hit all the time. Let's grab that again. Come here, thank you. Okay. I think, is it up in the tree, or where is it? Shoot, I can't seem to remember where it is. I know I have a map on the lower screen, but... That's really where it was, around the Goomba that I walked up. I thought it was like on top of the tree. I know the map on the bottom is obviously telling me where it is, but I don't know. The map is a little bit ambiguous with the silver stars because of how much space they take up. I don't know. I'm stupid. I really am. We got ourselves another silver star right there, and then we only got one more to collect. So let's see. Let's head on over here. Let's jump on over these things. I don't think I've mentioned it in the last episode, but you can flutter jump with Yoshi by holding down the B button. He really does play like just like he does in Yoshi's Island. There's not really much different here. It's basically as if they took Yoshi's Island and made it 3D and did it really well. I'm a big fan. So let's hit you, and let's get our 5th and final silver star. Now, I could walk all that way back, but conveniently, this puts us right next to a cannon. Let's hop on in, and let's blast ourselves away. Where do I want to go? Let's go there. Oh my god, the floating island! It's actually kind of funny that we end up on the that I touch the floating island, because that's relevant to what I'm going to be talking about next. There is actually a mission here in Bob-omb Battlefield that was in the original N64 version, but is not present anywhere in the DS version. And we're going to be covering that next. But for the time being, let's just go ahead and grab our power star and... No peace sign. Okay, I'll stop being so negative about that. I'm not all about being negative. I'm about being positive. I like being happy. I like being enthusiastic. I like playing these games. I like doing stuff that I like. Wow, I'm really gung-ho today. Wow, dang. Even I'm starting to get a little bit scared by my own enthusiasm. And now with 3 power stars, we can open any door with a 3 on it, of course. There are a few courses that are now open to us, but I don't want to go to those, of course. In any case, the adventure continues. So let's hop back into the painting and... The mission we want is number 3, shoot to the island in the sky. Not in the DS version is this actually a mission. What you have to do in here is, it's actually one of the more simple missions. I'm kind of glad that if any of them had to go, it was this one. I'm just kind of sad that you don't have more time going to that floating island, because I always just thought it was a cool concept, you know? Mario 64 was one of my first games that I ever played when I was a kid. You know, it wasn't my first game, I think that belongs to Sonic 2. But this was one of the first games that I played when I was really, really young, and it's just, I don't know, I always liked the idea of like the floating on. I mean, granted, I hadn't played Chrono Trigger because that was a little bit before my time. I mean, I grew up and play it later, but I don't know. I just like the idea of floating islands, and I was just like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm 6 years old, and I've never seen that before. That was just kind of how I was when I was, when I was a small boy. Let's go ahead and blast our way up there. Wow, I swear these things handle differently in the N64 version. Fun little fact, this cannon is actually being operated by a Bob-omb in this version. You can walk in front of him and he will not notice you, but you can pick him up and throw him if you want to get a coin. I always found that to be a little interesting thing that isn't brought up a whole lot. And I don't know why I said in this version, actually. It's not only in this version that Bob-omb is there in the DS version. So we hop onto this floating island, and really, all we have to do is break open this block and boom, free star. Not even kidding. No strings attached. Like I said, really simple mission, but I wanted to make note of it because it's not in the DS version. I wanted to be the most complete with this as I possibly could. So, yeah, back to the world of Nintendo DS. Let's hop into this painting to warp back. Woo! Now that we are back from the N64 version, let's do Big Bob-omb's Revenge. Now, I know that the title makes this sound like an entirely new mission, but it really isn't. This is the fight with Big Bob-omb that we all know and love. You need to collect a Mario cap should you want to do this. You cannot do this mission as Yoshi. At least not vanilla Yoshi. If Yoshi gets a cap, obviously he's going to be fine. So we hop into that cannon, blast us right over to this other cannon, and let's see if we can get that Mario cap. Alright, I actually landed right where I wanted to. I landed right beside the Goomba that has it. On the way up to the mountain where Big Bob-omb is, you got this cap of Mario. Went ahead and grabbed that, and let's be fancy and long jump, as if that's actually difficult to do. And now, to add to even more convenience, don't think I ever went over that hard, actually, as I didn't explain it last time. I guess I just kind of assumed that people know the mechanics of, like, what coins do and what hearts do. Hearts, the faster you run through them, the more health you regain. They never run out. If there's a heart nearby, you can just keep getting health. But I don't need to say anything else. Let's just go ahead and talk to Bob-omb. The king refuses to be dejected by a single defeat. I'm back with a new star from Bowser, baby. Okay, he doesn't really say that. I've also restyled my mustache. I'm unstoppable. If you want the power star, you have to knock it out of me. But the only way to do that is to pick me up from behind and fling me down, and that will never happen. Bring it, shorty. Wow, he tells us his weakness. So let's do this. Let's backflip, or not. You can run around him, or you can backflip. Wow. Never mind my being fancy. Screw it. Let's just walk around to the back of him and pick him up, because I should have learned from Link's Awakening yesterday that I should not try to be fancy in any way whatsoever. Yeah, this is being recorded after that, so I'm technically kind of, sort of, maybe, almost not quite recording these in chronological order. Really, that's all I can say about it. He does not throw bombs. He will pick you up and throw you. You cannot throw him off the edge. If you do, this is what happens. Oh, that hurt. You're sneaky. Never mind. Normally he would jump back on and say it's against the rules. In the original version, he would say it's against the royal rules to throw the king out of the ring. Apparently, the rules have become less royal over the past decade. I'm so stupid. All right, I've always wanted a servant like you. Here is your star, as I promised. Take it. Farewell. His defeat is so much sadder this time around. But I don't know about you. I don't really care all that much. I just want my dang star. Our whole 3 coins is our high score on this mission. Well, not high score, but our score in general. So, we got ourselves another 2 power stars in this version, and we explored a mission only in the N64 version of Mario 64. So, how about we end this on talking to this toad over here that I neglected last time?
Yoshi, Mario, and the others just jumped into that picture, but they haven't come back out, despite the castle's plight. Despite all that...
Wow, he says despite a lot.
It's really rude to act like a maniac. Use the touchscreen to walk and run, even across narrow ledges.
Yeah, what he's mentioning here is that you can tap on the touchscreen to basically analog walk. If you need a lot of precision, you can do this. I personally don't do this a lot, but if you're in a narrow space and you find it really difficult to maneuver with a D-pad, it's kind of helpful, but I don't do it a whole lot. If you're left-handed, I could kind of recommend doing this. Well, actually, I don't know. I think there is like a 2-hand mode for left. I don't know. I never really played around with the touchscreen much, but I don't have anything else to really say here. That's really all that's relevant right here. Next time on Super Mario 64 DS, we'll be hopping back into the painting one last time for the time being, finishing up Bob-omb Battlefield, and maybe getting to another level. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. See you guys then.